Hello, good people. We are back. Okay. Last time we did do a brush through of the if statement, the if else, and the if statement, the if else, and if else branch. Now, so today I'd want us go to discuss each one of them one after the other. So I'd like us to cover the if conditional statement. Basically, these are conditional statements. So basically what we're going to start with is we're going to detect if we have equal values using if. Basically, I don't want to start with. So an if statement executes a group of executes a group of statements. Group of statements. A group of statements. So what happens for the if statements? Basically, we'll for example we'll have a comparison statement, so that it will be able to compare the first and the second, and if it is true, it was a statement. I hope that's correct about the if. Basically, we dealing with just one test. We just trying to compare A and B, C and D. So the statement the statements here must be indented. So not intent, it's indented. What does this mean? Basically, typically four spaces. So indenting means you see the cursor is blinking at the end of the line. Indenting means moving. Just you use the tab and it goes to four spaces. That's how the statements that should be printed and everything should be where they should be. I'll show you in an example shortly. Now we have since we have what we call equality operator. Equality operator. Basically, in Python we'll use double is equals to. So in Python, double is equals to like that is a equality operator. Basically, it's used to compare. So we can say A, if a value of A is equals to 4 and B is equals to 4. So basically we can say A is equals to B. I hope that's so. Basically we can do away with the value of we can do away with this 4, and then we say A is equals to B. Basically we saying value of A compared to B is the same. So we have now, I hope we initially talked of an assignment. So this one, an assignment operator. So all that's clear. We have double is equals to signs is a equality operator, and then we have single equals to sign being, let me use this here. Yeah, so this equality operator, we say is equals to b. A is the same as b. And then we have an assignment operator. I hope that's clear, and I'm going to use an example whereby we're trying to test if statement and we are using the equality operator. So let's do our first example using if. So we will say example 1. Now, so we want to check the hotel rate. Okay, we have a hotel rate. Let me just we have hotel rate. So we want to see rate for hotel, rate for hotel, depending on years married. So these will ask couples to enter the number of years they've been married, and if it is equals to 50, you will have the hotel rate being divided by 2. Oh, that's clear. So we'll have a hotel rate, or also the hotel charges is equals to 150, right? Our variable name is 150. So we'll say years married, so is equals to, so we are going to take input from a user, input from the number of years a couple has been married. So we go take integer, we're going to take input which is explicitly an integer. We talked shortly about explicit. This is our explicit input. We clearly want to get an integer from a user, so we're going to ask them to enter yes married. Yeah, so once a user enters the years married, we want to store the years married in a variable called years married, right? So here is now where our conditional statement comes in. So we want to say if years married is equals to 50, right? Not hard, come on. We want to check if they have been married for 4 years. Here is where the indentation comes in. Indentation is here. So if you've been married for 50 years, how are you going to print? Remember, okay, these are we've just checked one. It's just one branch. So we talked initially one branch. It checks if you've been married for 50 years, then it tells you congratulations. Then it's going to congratulations, and then it's going to take the hotel charges, then divide by 2. You'll have a half, right? So hotel charges as of now is already divided by 2. Then it will print. We're going to print. Remember we talked of string formatting. So here is where the string formatting comes in as well. So you tell them your hotel, right? Then now you pass placeholder. It will be hotel charges, right? Floating point notation. All these we've been covering all along, so I hope it's not new to you. We've covered the formatting of a string. we covered the variable name creation, explicit integer input. Right now we're dealing with conditional statements. So these are text only one branch. If the years you've been married is exactly 50, so if you input a different number, to show you something else. So let's do an example. So we will go to branches. Branches. Okay, then we can do Python example 1. So if we enter the years married, let's say 50, you enter 50, it will tell you congratulations. Then the reason why we're having the same thing as the reason why we're having the same issue as okay, among the errors first, before we continue, first it should be full colon and then a dot for you to get the floating points notation. Dot. And then here we said you divide by 2, not so that when you enter, or if you say 50, it will tell you. So it's 150, you divide by 2 becomes 75, and then we have the 2-point floating notation, which we have the double zeros here. So basically we've taken input from a user, we've checked if the years married is equals to 50. We said the 2 equal to sign is a comparison, it's an equality operator. You check if they are equals to each other. We check if the years married is equals to 50, right? I hope that's clear. Let's say congratulations. Yeah, I hope that's clear for the if statement. We can do an example too. Yeah, so I remember when we were doing the examples here, we talked of having 2 inputs. Oh no, yeah, it was this one, right? Okay, it's more or less the same of what we've just done right now. So we can do another example to get sense of it. So let's do an example whereby we say, okay, just an example to we say A equals to 33, B is equals to 200. So the if statement comes in whereby we say if A is greater than B, full colon, and you print the output. This is what we mean by if A is greater than B, then you say A is greater than B. Okay. So sorry, A. So this statement, if this is true, it will print the indented line. And we talked and we said here that for if statement, if an expression is true, it executes the statement. So if this is true, it will execute it will print you this is called this A is greater than B. So let's do example 2. Basically A is not greater than B, right? That's why we haven't it's true, so that's why you don't see any it's false, because A is 33, B is 200. Let's say it's 233, right? I hope you've seen that part. Then let's say it's 233. So if that's true, then it means it will now our print statement should now be correct. I hope you've seen how our statement here is correct, and if it's false, nothing is being output, nothing is being printed. And you've seen here whereby we have A being less than B, then we have A is greater than B. Okay, I hope that's clear on where we use if statement. Another example, let's do another example. For if statement, so we have talked of equal sign. What should we do? What should we output if it's not equals? So we have another operator which is we got exclamation mark and equals to. These means it's not equals to, not equals to. So we have talked of 3 signs right now. We have talked of an equality sign which compares A to B. We have an assignment operator which says A is equals to 4. These are signs. Then we have the one now not equals to, so exclamation mark and is equals to. I hope that's clear. We can try another example. Example 3.py. I hope you're getting how the if statement plays role here. That if only the statement is correct, then the next line is printed. If it's false, nothing is printed. I hope that's clear. Yeah. So let's do temperature. Let's say temp is equals to 30, right? So temperature is equals to 30. Then we want a user to input temperature. Then we compare. So we'll say local temp is equals to int I hope you now well conversant with how we enter temperature. We'll just add it enter temp. Yeah. So here now is where the if statement comes in. If, right, we want to compare what the user entered to what we have. If what the user entered is equals to temp, right, what we have. So a user will enter, this is a variable name of what a user will enter, and this is what we have as our own, what we've stored as our temp. So if that's true, right, we want to print when it's 30 degrees Celsius, is it hot or cold? Or we'll just input the temps. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if they're okay, if the user input 30, then we just output the temps are okay. Basically, you can input whatever statement. So let's run this. So we'll do Python example 3. Now let's start with 30, right? You're being told the temps are okay, because if this is true, you output the next line. If it's false, 31, nothing is being printed. I hope you've seen how that works for if. We've covered most examples for if. So I hope if you have any question about if, you can let me know in the comment section. We can cover more of it, discuss more of it. Though I hope it's clear how the if statement works, and the examples we've done, I hope they are I hope they make sense, and you'll be able to use them to get something on it. So next we're going to deal with if else statements, condition. Yeah, next we're going to deal with if else condition. Okay, let's meet in the next discussion. Happy coding.